The Center for Psychic and Healing Administration, CPHA, is not only a nature's gift to mankind, but also the grand palace of arts, herbs, and nature pharmacy. These spectacular artworks placed at strategic positions for the viewing public also serve as therapy for patients as they move from one artwork to another. Another enchanting spectacle of the center are these wonderful creatures. The truism that a goldfish has no hiding place came to the fore in February 1982 when Pope John Paul II visited Nigeria for the first time. Having distinguished herself as a renowned artist, Chief Dr. Mrs. FLORA ILONZO Anyaflugo was responsible for the paintings of the Pope, the President, Vice President, the governors, and some clergies. She also decorated the routes of the papal tours, as well as the venues in Enugu and Onitsha. This singular act was applauded by the Pope and his entourage. The indefatigable artist did not stop there. She went the extra mile to produce the portrait of the Pope, which she presented to the Pope at the Bigard Memorial Seminary, Enugu. Anyaflugo's magnanimity and the immense contributions to the papal visit earned her a private audience with the Pope and invitation to Rome in appreciation of her efforts. The Pope's admiration, interest, and rapport with Chief Dr. Mrs. FLORA ILONZO at the time of his departure at the Enugu airport aroused the curiosity of the press that they rushed to her residence, number 22 Savage Crescent, GRA, Enugu, and interviewed her mother, who revealed the other sides of Chief Dr. Mrs. FLORA ILONZO as not only an artist of repute, but also a healer and a psychic. The startling story of how she brought back to life her grandfather, Akunne Onyido, clinically certified dead, left the press in utter amazement and bewilderment and made headlines in the national dailies.
So when Pope left, you know, the pressmen that are inquisitive, they moved to me. Then I entered my vehicle and drove home. But reaching my house, only to find out that Ona was already there, interviewing my mother. Then my mother relaxed that maybe she's a friend. Then I was annoyed when I entered and said, "Mama, what are you doing?" She's a press woman. People don't know the other side of me. Yeah. So why are you exposing me? Then Ona said, "Flora, why are you saying so? That this is a lucky day for him, coming to interview an artist, only to find out that I'm a healer and a psychic." So my mama narrated how the father gave me this very plant now. He gave me plant that we call AWKA in Igbo. AWKA is Bryophyllum pinnatum. live plant. So this is the plant. AWKA call it alu.
Okay.
Onitsha call it alu. It's live plant all over the world.
Okay.
So when this plant drops down now from the leaf, it will again.
Okay.
So by telling Onak this very story, even though that I knelt down immediately and pleaded to Onak not to write it, he said, "Flora, I'll do so. But tell me time that you are ready. All these stories that your mothers are saying that you can do, that you will tell whether person will die, live or die, that you can raise a dead person." Then I said, you should give me at least 7 to 12 years. That I don't want situation when I start this my healing something, people will suffer. So from that, Onak went and wrote word to word, even though telling in that paper that I knelt down begging her not to write about it. That's why they brought a lady that I will show you people, Mrs. Intore. She died. She stayed 3 months in hospital, Parkland Hospital, and doctors satisfied her death. They took her body to the mortuary, but fortunately, the husband went to bring corpse, and the son drove him. He went and picked death certificates, then went to the mortuary, touching the body of the mother. You know, when somebody died, the body, the heat remains, and the man took, the boy took the mother inside his car with the newspaper. He said, "My mom have suffered for me. Why would she die without enjoying his wealth?" So he took the mother to my place. We dropped the mother just on a bare floor because they said that it's a corpse. But since the time that my great-grandfather showed me this plant, any place that I stay, it must be there. Even if I'm traveling, I will hold some pieces of it. So fortunately for them, we just pick other way and drop at Mrs. Intole's nose. She woke up, sneezed, and
came back to life. Wow.
So
That's a miracle.
So she then now tied her cloth and entered his son's car back to the hospital to pack her loads.
They will all run away.
That's what happened. So by running down to Daily Star, people shouted on Onak, "See, that's your wonderful woman.
She has done it again."
She has done it." That's how this center started.
The Center for Psychic and Healing Administration has been operating in Enugu as far back as 1982. So when the state was created, and Anyafungo happens to come from this side of Anambra State, naturally the government wanted her to think home, to bring her expertise and knowledge down to Anambra State. So they approached her and she applied for land. And knowing the kind of job she's doing, they gave her quite a large area of land to take care of this establishment. That is, the acquisition is for the development of this center, the staff quarters, and the botanic gardens.
And so the AWKA Center, located at the Thingham Estate, AWKA, Anambra State, was established in February 1997, and since then have successfully provided relief to over 3 million people, most especially in areas that defy orthodox medicine. The center is registered as a healing home by the Corporate Affairs Commission and operates under a mother company, Film Ventures Limited. The motto or slogan is resolving the friction between man and nature. Other exciting accounts are Mrs. Ntori from Isukwato, Mrs. Okafor from Ajali, Mr. Udechukwu from Anambra State, and Pius